Good morning students. Our chapter number 15, some natural phenomena is going on. In that we learn about types of charges and their interactions, transfer of charges and earthing process, lightning process and which safety measures we have to take during the lightning process. Then we learn about lightning conductor and earthquake. In that we learn what is an earthquake and causes of an earthquake. Today we will see the remaining part of this chapter. Student, at the last period we learn about causes of an earthquake, and in that we learn outermost layer of the earth, it is not in a one piece, it is fragmented, and these plates are in a continual motion, and when they brush past another, or a plate goes under another due to the collision, that time it causes the disturbance in the earth crust, and this disturbance shows up an earthquake on the surface of the earth. Then earthquakes can also cause because of the volcano eruptions, and meteor hits the earth, and nuclear explosion also. But most earthquakes are caused by the movement of the earth plate. Now see our next point. The tremors produce waves on the surface of the earth. These are called seismic waves, and these tremors when produces the waves, these tremors produces waves on the surface of the earth, and these called as seismic waves, bhukamp lahari. The waves are recorded by an instrument is called seismograph, and these waves are recorded by the instrument, and that instrument is called as a seismograph. And this instrument, very simple instrument it is. The instrument is simply a vibrating rod. You can see in the picture, figure 15.13, a seismograph. This is the instrument is simply a vibrating rod or a pendulum which starts vibrating when tremors occurs. When a pen is attached to the vibrating system, the pen records the seismic waves on a paper which moves under it. By studying these waves, scientists can construct a complete map of the earthquake as shown in figure 15.14, and they can also estimate its power to cause destruction. Now see the figure 15.13. In that you can see that one support will be there upper side, then string was used, and pendulum bob is attached to the string, and to the pendulum bob one pen is attached. Then magnet was there, rotating drum will be there, and chart paper. And on the chart paper the pen, when tremors are occurred when tremors are occurred on the earth, that time these vibrating rod or these pendulum will be vibrate, and that time this pen records seismic waves on the paper which moves under it. And by studying these waves, scientists can construct the complete map of an earthquake as shown in figure 15.14, and they can also estimate the power to cause the destruction. Here map of an earthquake. Here you can see here epicenter, the center of an earthquake. The dark ring side structure is that it is called as a seismic waves. Earth surface upper side, earth surface, and focus will be there. Here this is a figure of a typical seismograph record. Now see the next point. Like many other scales in a science, decibel is another example. We are aware about it. Many more scales are there which is present in the science. The Richter scale is not linear. This means that an earthquake of magnitude 6 does not have 1.5 times the destructive energy of an earthquake of magnitude 4. This means that the earthquake which has a magnitude 6, it does not have 1.5 times the destructive energy of an earthquake of magnitude 4. In fact, an increase of 2 magnitude means 1000 times more destructive energy. It has 1000 times more destructive energy. From example you can understand it. See the example. For example, an earthquake of magnitude 6 has 1000 times more destructive energy than the earthquake of magnitude 4. When suppose earthquake occurs, an earthquake of magnitude 6 has 1000 times more destructive energy than an earthquake of magnitude 4. You can realize that from this line how magnitude it will be affect on the destructive energy on the earthquake of an earthquake which has a magnitude 6. It has a 1,000 times more destructive energy than the earthquake which has a magnitude 4. Then our next and last point, protection against earthquake. Protection against earthquake. We know from earlier pages that earthquakes cannot be predicted. We already learned that earthquake cannot be predicted earlier. We have also seen that they can be highly destructive. The earthquakes which has a magnitude more than 7, it is highly destructive, and it is therefore important that we take necessary precautions to protect ourselves all time. And we are aware about that the earthquakes cannot be predicted, and that's why it is important that we take necessary precautions to protect ourselves all the time. People living in a seismic zones, people who are living in a seismic zones where the earthquakes are more likely to occur have to be specially prepared. How to be specially prepared. The people who are living in the seismic zones and where the earthquakes is more likely to occur, they have to be specially prepared for the earthquake. First of all, the buildings in these zones should be designed so that they can withstand with major tremors. And first of all, the people who are living in the seismic zones, when they are preparing the buildings, that time the buildings should be designed in such a way that they can withstand with major tremors. Withstand, ते प्रतिकार करू शकतील. They can fight with the major tremors. Modern buildings technology can make it possible, and modern building technologies are there nowadays, and it can make it possible. And it is advisable to make the structure simple so that it is quake safe. And it is advised to given the people the structure you make simple so that it is quake safe. भूकंपापासून ते सेफ राहू शकेल. भूकंप झाल्यानंतर ते सेफ राहू शकेल ह्या दृष्टीने ते बांधलं पाहिजे. Now for that, what people they have to do, they have to consult with qualified architect and structural engineers. They have to consult when they are constructing buildings. That time they have to consult with the qualified architects and structural engineers. Then next one, the highly seismic areas or seismic zones, the use of mud or timber is better than the heavy construction material. Where the seismic zones are there, their use of mud and timber, it is better to construct the houses, because when they are using the heavy construction material, that time suppose destructive earthquake occur, that time it will be maybe fall down, and it will be damaged for the people. It will be damage and huge loss of life, people life and property also. For that, keep roofs as light as possible. In case the structure falls, the damage will not be heavy. For that purpose, we have to use the people who are living in a seismic zone, they have to use mud and timber is better than the heavy construction material. It is better if the cupboards and shelves are fixed to the walls so that they do not fall easily. And it is better the cupboards and the shelves, it is fixed to the walls, and so that suppose when earthquake occur, that time they do not fall easily. Then be careful where you hang wall clocks, photo frames, water heaters, etc., so that in the event of an earthquake they do not fall on a people. And we have to be careful where we are hanging the wall clocks, photo frames and water heaters. In that area, when the earthquake occurs, they do not fall on the people. Next, since some buildings may catch fire due to an earthquake, it is necessary that all buildings, especially tall buildings, have firefighting equipment in working order. Some buildings may catch the fire due to an earthquake. Sudden shaking of the earth, that time maybe maybe electrical supply, because of the electrical supply maybe that buildings catch fires, and for that it is necessary all the buildings, especially tall buildings, they have firefighting equipments in a working order. It is mentioned in a working order. The Central Building Research Institute, Roorkee, has developed know-how to make a quake-proof houses, and the Central Building Research Institute, Roorkee, has developed to make how to make quake-proof houses. भूकंप विरोधातले भूकंप जे सहन करू शकतील त्या पद्धतीचे घरी कसं बांधू शकतो हे त्यांच्याकडे माहिती आहे. द सेंट्रल बिल्डिंग रिसर्च इन्स्टिट्यूट, रॉर्की. Now the next, in the event that an earthquake does strike, take the following steps to protect yourself. Suppose an earthquake occurs, that time what we have to do? First, if you are at home, suppose earthquake occurs and that time you are at home, that time what we have to do? Take shelter under a table and stay till shaking stops. Suppose you are in a home, take shelter. Suppose earthquake occurs, that time you take shelter under a table and stay there till shaking stops. Second, stay away from tall and heavy objects that may fall on you. Stay away from the cupboards and tall and heavy objects that may be fall on you. If you are in a sleeping position, do not get up. Protect your head with a pillow. Protect your head with a pillow. Second, if you are outdoors, suppose earthquake occurs and you are outdoor, you are out of the house, that time what you have to do? First one, find a clear spot. Away from buildings, much away from a building, trees and overhead power lines drop to the ground. You have to find out the clear spot away from the tall buildings or small buildings also, and from trees, because maybe they will fall down. Then overhead power lines, electric power lines, and maybe they drop to the ground. Second, if you are in a car or bus, suppose earthquake occur and that time you are in a car or in a bus, that time do not come out from the car or bus and ask to the driver to drive slowly to the clear spot, and do not come out till the tremors stop. Here our chapter number 15, some natural phenomena, is completed. I will send you PDF. Write question and answers in your notebook.